I plan on being in the beer company and on Crack 40 TV. I'm planning on being in the beer company. My goal is in November to be at least a double party. That's my goal. That's why I ain't shutting up about Jeff Mariota. I ain't shutting up about Austin Miller. I ain't shutting up about Tony Know How, Owen Petrie, Brian Hill, all these folks. My goal is to be at the beer company at a huge party for Jeff and Austin, number one. That's my goal. And I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna grind to get people to actually get up and go vote this year. If you need to get registered to go vote, well, Austin Miller, this man right here, and this woman right here, we're going to make our county and our district great again. Well, somebody said, I don't care, Mike Hunt. I ain't worried about Darrell Hinkle. He can't even get out of Clay County unless it's, listen, brother. The only time Darrell Hinkle leaves Clay County, brothers, if he knows where a doctor's office is, it writes him pain pills in the mountains, brother. If I don't got a doctor, they ain't leaving Clay County, he says. But sure enough, it don't matter if it's in Gary, Indiana. He knows how to get to every pain clinic there is. But if you ask him to go to the flea market in London, he'd have to get his go on Facebook and get somebody to give him directions. Well, did you guys see that Dick Clark guy? Hey, out for Darrell. What's up, Taylor Miller? Rawr, you wildcat. Girl, you had my blood pumping this morning when I seen you defending your lovely husband. This man right here, your husband, Mr. Austin Miller. You had me fired up this morning when I seen you come out swinging. Yeet. You come out swinging defending your old man on Facebook this morning. And I seen Powell Brown and taking up for your husband. I seen everybody but Darrell Hinkle take up for Austin Miller this morning on Facebook with over 100. Well, over 100 comments on one post, or 100. It might have been 100 likes, one of the two. But I know I've seen all women, teachers, doctors, not just our women, but there were so many women that took up for your husband this morning. And so, in a nice way, like I was Austin's teacher. Austin built my deck, or Austin did this for me during the flood. Austin did this for me during the rain. Don't hate on Austin because he's got contracts to put, ice out in parking lots. Don't people understand that's a lick? Like, Austin can make more than a magistrate makes in 1 year off one contract. He don't have to have that job. He's 29 with a business, and his daddy's general manager. And believe me, Sean's on the phone, so Austin's double working. He don't have to have that magistrate job. The man wants it. And I mean, if you got if you got a degree and basically got two businesses, think about it. If he's running Sean's Miller Construction, if he's the general manager, plus he's got his own seal coat company, well, you think he needs to make that little bit of money every year? That's little for somebody that's making money like that. No, he wants to make a change. We got to make Harlan County young again. And Austin, Brian Hale, Owen Petrie, uh, Mitch is young. Powell Browning is he's a little bit older, but still youth compared to what we have in office now. And I don't mean no disrespect towards a Bill Moore. Lord, I love Bill Moore. Powell Caldwell, bro, we've been good to me. The Godfather, who can ever say Jim Roddy's done him wrong? Who can ever? I mean, no, James Howard might have a few haters, not me, but Joe Matters is 70-some-year-old. We gotta have youth. By God, the county deserves youth. The county needs youth because these older fellers. No, I ain't never lived in Letcher County. I got family in Letcher County though, but I don't know them. Well, Derek Sage is a young, good man. Derek would be a good one up there. Burl Fee would be good up there. Any of the candidates on that list are good candidates. There's one person I publicly bash that's running for a position, and he just got out of jail for a DUI or a domestic charge of domestic violence with domestic injury, and that's Toby Short. He's got plenty of them charges, and he wants to run for magistrate. Yeah, I publicly put that out there on him because he's got a public pending charge. We are all innocent till proven guilty in the court of law or by Shelton Tyrone Davies, obviously. But nah, Toby, he got too many charges, bro. He got charged. I mean, Trump might be a felon, and he might grab him by the pooch say, but Toby, he's a woman whooper, guys. He's like, he'll whoop a woman. Mountain Dew, you want a free plug? Raspberry Voltage, by God. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. YouTube's about dead. TikTok's 31. Let's get over 5,000 likes. Tap that screen till your thumbs get sore. Tell me what questions you would want for a constable, for a magistrate in your district, for a magistrate in another district. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as my old football coach would say, let me know. I got a notepad. I got plenty of sticky notes. I write them all down. If you got questions you want people to ask to answer, let me know. Because this podcast that should seal the deal. And if not, then I don't know what will. I'll figure it out eventually. Podcast should be the way to go. Let's keep them likes going. We over 3K. Okay, 31. Let's get to 35. Mates Cox or Rev Kelly. Yeah. There's an individual very mad at me over these politics. Bug Hensley, I don't mean no harm, no foul, dog. Don't come looking for me like that, please. Don't want to beef. Didn't say what was said at all. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. What's up at Cindy's place? John Lawson in the house over here on YouTube. We're all live. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube, come subscribe. I'm live on both platforms. I'm live on YouTube on my computer where my main payday's at. So subscribe and get a membership. Help make my payday great once again. But we need to know. I want to know what the county wants to know. What y'all want these politicians, these people running for these political positions. Staying clean and sober. Congratulations, John Lawson, Harlan County native, who is currently at Cindy's place, making his life cleaner and better again. Well, me personally, if I had one question, our Sean Miller, your daughter-in-law was just in here, young Tyler. I was giving her props, coming out swinging. Harlan County, Kentucky. Jody, 66 girl. We talking Harlan County, Kentucky politics. We talking District 1 magistrate, like your future one. You know, this guy who this stream is being brought to you by, Austin Miller. Just Austin Miller. I started this song, the intro was the new Austin Miller song. There's a new Austin Miller song currently. Well, I know all about the politics over there. Do what? Scatterbo says Dick Clark. I was trying to bring Dick Clark up a minute ago. Did you guys hear about? Congratulations, 5 months clean, John. John Lawson, ladies and gentlemen, 5 months clean. Dick Clark, though, John, don't pay attention to the next comment. What's up, Danny Haley? But did you guys see that video trending about Darrell Hinkle's wife, Crystal, and Dick Clark offering her to come up to Minnesota and live? And he gets 90 narcos a month and 90 neurons a month, bruh. Yeah, Dick Clark who's in our chat. He's got a video. He said, all this land, it can be yours. Just leave Darrell and come and live with me and be rich. That's what was said. That's a good video. Dick means it too. Dick Clark means it. He wants Crystal Hinkle to move in with him and leave Darrell. I mean, hell, I'm sure if the narcos get low, he got a little money. He said he'd buy her a bus ticket and everything. Oh, did Darrell do a response video? It's hard to stay off. I wasn't at that fire in Rio Vista yesterday. Yeah, a plane ticket or a bus ticket, one of the two. I thought it was a pressed, bootlegged a bus ticket from Greyhound, but it don't matter either one. Corbin TV in the house. I hear an ambulance now, Danny Haley. Wonder what's going on now. It's been ambulances all day long. The high rise. I don't know what happened over there. What do I say? This stream being brought to you by Austin Miller, your future District 1 magistrate. Your future District 1 constable, Tony No How. Yeah, your future mayor of the city limits, Jeff Marietta. Yeah, like Marietta, Georgia. What's up, KK? What's up, Mark Yeager? It's Dolph. But yeah, so Austin Miller's been going and cutting up or salting places for years with his own salting trucks and his own crews. So Austin's always posted it. And Taylor, his wife, made a post this morning, and she posted from years ago showing Austin giving road conditions would be the word. And people was hating to say, why is the Millers just now posting all this weather stuff and this and that for politics? Austin's been doing this stuff way before he run. So it is what it is. I stand up for my boy when it's right. If his wife's out making a Facebook post like that, so what if I'm stuck on Darrell Hinkle? You're stuck in a room gooning all day, dude. Go edge. Correct, KK. Sean had salt trucks way before he did. Oh. I mean, they've always had contracts like for a dollar store or something. So, if you see Miss Harvey Blevin's mother, great great grandmother on the side of the road, and she needs a little salt, and you got a little extra. Well, I mean, it ain't like people don't stop and help people. It ain't like when we had Watergate 2025 twice, and Austin had his crew out working and working and working and working off his own dollar to help B Mud. See, even Mikey Abner, even from the grave, is vouching for Sean and Austin Miller. Thank you, KK. We hit 5,000 licks. Who I was running for District 1 magistrate? Your reigning, defending magistrate, Paul Caldwell. Top front runner, Austin Miller. Jason Colinger. Them's the top three. Who else is running over there? I had a brain fart. I forget who else is running over there, but that's the top three: Jason Colinger, Austin Miller, and Paul Caldwell. And then you've got three more running there. I think six in District 1, 7 or 8 in District 2. Reggie Riley, Matt Napier, and Ralph Turner. There you go. Thank you, Taylor. Taylor coming in with a good assist right there. Ralph Turner, an OG. He knows that side of the mountain pretty well. Matt Napier he knows Harlan pretty well. And so does Reggie Riley. High testosterone. Oh, Reggie Riley, now I give him credit. He's cut up, dude. He's on swole. When he went up to drive the other day, he was cut up. He's cut up like he works out a lot, it looks like. I don't know if he's a naked workout person or working out in clothing, but he's a cut up pretty big feller over Reggie Riley, yes. I seen Austin. I didn't see Matt, but I did. I did see Austin taking care of the horses, but I didn't see nothing about Matt. But I just followed his. I think I followed his Facebook, Matt Napier for magistrate race. Autism on Melody. Powell has done more as a magistrate than anybody. Well, I'll be honest with you. Matt is a good dude. Now, me and Matt, can I sit here by any means and claim, oh, yeah, that's my best friend, brother? No, I can't. But can I ever say I've heard a bad word on Matt? And from what little dealings we've had, can I say anything other than what Autism Monk said? Nope, Matt's a good old boy. I have nothing but respect for Matt Napier. Nothing but respect. I like Matt. I don't know Reggie. I don't know. Or Robert Crider's the one I meant was cut up. He looks like he'd be a hard one to tangle with. After what I seen, I seen him and Robert Crider and all them fellers. You know, there's like I said, there's only two people in this election that I'd publicly say anything bad about. And that's just Toby Short. Well, you can't do the things he's done to a woman. You just don't do that. But if anybody wants to come up on panel, just ask for an invite. I'm live on YouTube. Please go subscribe. It helps out more than you'll ever know. Just a subscription, a like, and a comment, or a share, or whatever. I'm going to share this to Facebook right quick. Hang on. YouTube. What's going on over here with my YouTubers? All right. There you go. Now, Derek Sage, I'll say this for Derek. He didn't mean to, but he did. I can't smoke a cigarette on here, so I'm going to smoke about a half a cigarette. I didn't pay him. I didn't mean to rip him out for $10, so I'm representing his stickers. I said, cut this, I'll pay you when I get back. And I ended up being gone all day long and never seen him again and didn't know who cut it until somebody in comments told me, Jesse. But we got my friend John Lawson from Wildlands. He's at Cindy's place. Thank God that we have all these sober livings and rehab facilities around here. We have another friend of mine that's clean and 5 months sober, and that's John Lawson from Wallens, Kentucky. So if you're coming in like Lisa Mills or Babo, let us know. You said Powell's been the best magistrate we've had. Well, what would be some questions you would have for Powell? Because Powell sure did carry himself well the other day at the public drawing at the lethal lottery to see who goes where on the ballot. He had to get a comment in, and I like that about Powell. I like the fact that he had to get a comment in after I asked a question before everybody parted ways at the drawing. And I really did like that about Powell Browning. And Powell Caldwell, he's your current reigning, defending District 1 magistrate. He wasn't there. Josh, no, sir. That is called the Mansion Branch Bank. Would you like to see a little bit better? Hang on, you two. This is Harlan, Kentucky. Home of TV show Justified. No, sir, that is not a house. That is a bank. Powell's a good talker, that's all. Well, Powell's going to have his chance to come on here very shortly. And me and Powell's going to do a little speaking. We're going to do each one of the shout out to West Kentucky. Come back or go watch some of my old videos, my live streams preferably that says Murder Walk, and you can see around Harlan. But Powell's going to have a chance to come on here and talk about everything from Powell Browning Sr., everything that happened there to now to the future. It'll be on my podcast. Janice One wants to co-host. Let's see who this is. Oh hell, you're not who you said you was. Bye. Bye. Leave. No match. Leave. Bye. Leave. Bye. You said you was Janice. Your name ain't Janice. We tried to talk politics, brother. Do you know Darrell Hinkle? Bye-bye. Hasta mañana. See you. I need you to exit my page now, partner. Can you leave? Leave, buddy. It won't let me kick this son of a bitch off here. There we go. Finally. It said Janice. I thought that might have been like some average white woman from Harlem wanting to tell me a good political question. No, it has to be. He don't know Darrell Hinkle, does he, Josh? Or Ernie Shell? What's up, Fato? I got in trouble. If I got in trouble, they seen this cigarette. I think I might, if we go blank out of nowhere, come to YouTube, they seen a cigarette, and I got a warning when I flick the camera around. Tennessee MAGA Man. No, they drill me for cigs quick. Well, Janice wasn't the Janice I expected. Me and Mr. Shell have come to a we have come to a mutual agreement. You don't troll me, I won't troll you. Is Jesse a moderator? Add moderator. Confirm. Did I just make you a... Yeah, Jesse's a moderator now. All right. All right, we're back on Crack 40 TV. Who is this wanting to come up? It says they like hot moms, so we'll see. See who this is coming up. We talking local politics right now. We talking local politics. You don't want Janice either. That wasn't the Janice I expected. But everybody repost this real quick. Let's see who we can get in here from Harlan. What's up, Noah Underwood? Prayers for Noah Saylor. He was in a horrible accident and got electrocuted underground in the coal mines last week. And his family wanted to remain pretty private, so I ain't said much about it, but prayers for him. Well, what would you, if you had a question for a magistrate, Josh Middleton or Mitchell, even though you're not from here, what would it be? That's what we need. We need some good questions from people about what could make this place great or better again. That's what I'm aiming for. We need people. We need questions from locals. Well, it don't even have to be local, but like there's a lot of things that could be done different right now. The White House is looking like it's 2024. I mean, the courthouse. It looks like the 2024 White House right at the very end. It's just like we do need a lot more stuff for kids. And that rec center's just blowing money out there at the mall. That's just $2.3 million gone. I mean, it ain't helping nothing. It ain't gonna help much. A car factory. Well, I would like to know who can promise a swimming pool, a public swimming pool like we have down at Watts's Creek, Camp Blanton, like the old Lowell pool, like the old pool at Huff Park. That's what we need. We need a public pool, by God. But we need more than that. We need a ton of stuff here in Harlan done. Jobs. Well, I think that Mr. Marietta, Jeff Marietta, he can get a lot of jobs in here. I mean, he owns the beer company. He owns that beer company, works for the tourism place, Harlem One or whatever it's called. I think he could work on getting us a lot more jobs, especially once he's elected mayor come November. He can get us a lot more jobs in here. There's so many places that we need a bowling alley. I don't see why the theater couldn't be turned into a big bowling alley with several different every different place that had a movie in it could be a different type of bowling. You could have a bowling alley and two or three of them, and then have something else out there. That mile, I mean, that the old theater could definitely be used for entertainment purposes for kids, for the teenagers, the youth of the county. When I grew up, we had Aladdin's Castle. We had a bowling alley. We had a skating rink. We had a little pool. We had all that. We need it back. Kids wasn't on Oxycontin back then either. But when Oxycontin come through, it just took a sound. There wasn't no way around it. But we've got to get more than what we've got now in here. I think that we need to have a methadone clinic. Wouldn't be a bad thing. That ain't nothing for kids, obviously, but yeah, think about that. Well, you gotta go all the way to Kingsport. You're right. You gotta go to Kingsport or Middlesboro, London, Corbin. Why should we have to do that to go take our family bowling on the weekend? I mean, there's plenty of places here that could be built or already have, you know, would be hard to turn that bowling alley into or that AMC movie theater into bowling alley easy. Harrogate to bowl, yep. Well, Trump's wanting, and he took away like almost $500,000 worth of Narcan funding for Lexington, and that was ridiculous. That's crazy. They're taking that out. Turn the movie house into a live music show. Rev, that ain't a bad idea. There's already seats in there, unless they've been took up for the flea market they was doing in there. There should be already out, 18-inch seats in there. And yeah, music could be performed down in the front, and it could be projected up on right behind them onto the wall, like the movies. That ain't a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Not a bad idea, Rev. John Lawson said they took all the seats out. Well, that's just even more room that people you could set something up in. You could make like, well, you could do something with that whole building out there. Something could be done with it. But I'm going to go to that physical court meeting in the morning, and it'll be on YouTube though. That way I can save it and get it clipped up. I'll be at that meeting in the morning. I'm sure all the politicians in the world and all the people that's running will be there. You can remodel that into a lot of different things. Think about it. People go to Chain Rock and get kicked out of concerts by certain game wardens for no reason. They go to everywhere in the world off from here for an Appalachian Experience type concert. Uh, there's all kinds of cool little amphitheaters that could be made into a great place for people to the kudzu killers or anybody. All kinds of different bands come in here and play. The local music scene. My brother goes to concerts in the Appalachian region 2 or 3 times a month on the weekend, brother. He's been to so many concerts. What's up, Brian Elliott? He's been to so many concerts that his whole half of his living room's covered in posters. He collects them. We could use a place like that for for concerts. Well, we could use that place for concerts and several other things. It is gone. Rock, country, we use that thing for anything, any kind of different music. Thing is, and I ain't knocking the Bennett's. Their rent's just too high, and they'll never sell that. Their rent's high. Wrestling and everything can be held there, which we've got the National Guard right across the street. That's usually where they have wrestlings there, or Loyal School. I'm supposed to be going this weekend to watch Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, or next weekend in Lexington. The Good Brothers versus the Heat Seekers. My cousin Matt Sigmund and his tag team partner Elliot Russell versus Bullet Club members Doc Gallops and Carl Anderson, Jeff Jarrett, and several more. Civic Center's got enough room in there. They've held MMA events before, concerts, weddings, things of that nature. They can hold that in there. It'd be a perfect place for a debate. I'm not going to shut up. I don't care if I'm the one that hosted or not, but we got to have a public debate, whether it's before the primary election, brother, or the November election. It don't matter. But we got to have a county judge executive debate. We got to have District 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, Jim Roddy don't got a debate. Ain't nobody beating Jim Roddy Piper, by God. Ain't nobody beating him. Ain't even nobody. Everybody knows there ain't no point in running against Jim Roddy. He's the only one that is unbeatable. R.I.P. to GameStop. GameStop is leaving. I'm not running for nothing. So I don't think you know what you're talking about over here, page 67. I think you may be troubling. Chris Brewer. Ours Austin Miller. You know, this guy right here. He's in our chat. Our Sean Miller. Invitations have been sent. I sent this to Pyle Browning and several other individuals. Didn't we have a crack 40 supporter who worked for Jim who passed? Yes, actually, yes, Jan. Jan passed around this time 2 years ago that worked at Jim Roddy's. Jan was a heck of a woman. Yes, rest in peace, Jan. She's been gone for about 2 years now. I remember having to tell Crack 40 and everybody that she passed. That broke my heart that day. She used to go to get the deals of the gummies. They give her all the free stuff, and I get it. They give me all kinds of free gummies and shit stuff. They so good to me out there. I'm not worried about what no Mark Terry said. I'm not getting that pulled into none of that crap. I got other things to talk about. Yeah, that was sad. I did not like for Jan to have to check out on us. She was a good one. But tomorrow I plan on. No, Rev, they've not. I'll be seeing Jeff in the morning at the physical court meeting. I'm going to go stream it. It'll be on YouTube. So in the morning, be looking on my YouTube if you want to watch the physical court meeting for the county. It's a public open meeting. They can't tell you not to film in there. Okay. Got you on that. What's up, Briley? But yeah, It just seems like it's kind of dead tonight, and it's going on 11. It's kind of dead. So I might just chill and go chill with my woman and get up and stream early so I can be at that meeting. It's at the courthouse. Tell Derek he should be there. Anybody that's running for magistrate should be there. Anybody that's running for any position should be there. I'd say Mark Stewart will be there. What's up, Mandy? I got your message, Austin. 10-4. It don't matter. I know you've been up since 3 this morning working. The stream's still being brought to you by this man right here, Austin Miller. Sup, Leanne Lyle, Mandy, everybody else. Yeah, I'm going to go to that fiscal court meeting in the morning. I'll have to do it on YouTube, like I said, so you'll have to come over there. I'm kind of tired. I really wanted to set up and stream for a while tonight, but the views on both YouTube and TikTok are dead right now. They're down. So, yeah, I'm done. Most people, they don't. And they don't realize that the judge magistrate or the judge executive, they don't understand that that's basically the president / mayor of the county in so many ways, in so many words. And like the magistrate is like that of your, they can't do much legal in Kentucky and other places. A magistrate does a lot more than they do here. As far as legally, you go before magistrates in other counties for like bonds and stuff. You don't do that here, but we got to have a magistrate to take care of the roads, the garbage, and everything in the world. They still got it. They're still the president of their district, basically. I mean, except they don't do the last job. They do everything else: guardrails, pavement, holes in the road, stop signs, road signs, uh, money from Frankfurt for that district to fix all that stuff. So you got to be educated enough to go to Frankfurt and talk to these rich white folks in Frankfurt. Because Tupac said it best, it's a white man's world. I mean, I don't like that, but it is what it is. And you got to know you got to be educated and professional to be able to go to Frankfurt, brother, and get up there and talk to everybody in Frankfurt. You need to have some education and dress properly, look properly. I'm just saying, I don't profile, but Frankfurt's going to look at you and look at you look. And if you ain't got the look that they like, they ain't going to pay you no mind. They're going to think you're a hillbilly. When really you're an educated man. So we got to get the right people in office to make sure that this county's ran right. When we get the right educated people in where they need to be, our county will be in better hands than it is right now. Our county could improve a whole lot. And Austin Miller will help lead that. He will lead a new era of people. It's just kind of like in wrestling, like when WCW folded, Vince McMahon bought WCW, and then all that era of wrestlers, Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, and all of them kind of faded out, and the Randy Ortons and the Batistas, John Cena's, AJ Styles, they all come up. I mean, that's what's got to happen now. The county's going to do like WCW wrestling and just end up nothing. We got to have youth to take over. I mean, Troy Aikman couldn't quarterback the Cowboys for 30 years. Tony Romo couldn't. Dak Prescott ain't going to be able to. Look what do they do in the NFL? They look for the next young hot prospect. In this county, there was one politician. I won't mention his name. He was worried about a political candidate in Everett. And he said, "Oh, he's too young." And when he said that, I hit him with what I'm hitting y'all with, and I don't mean no disrespect to him. No, I ain't seen him nothing. But we had one politician the other day at the courthouse, and he was talking about a certain Everett's individual, but he's a little too young. And I thought, oh, gee, you can't even get on Facebook. You can't even log into TikTok. No offense, but we need somebody that's in their 30s that's educated, 29, 30, 33, 37, 40, 45. That's you compared to, well, think about it. Paul Browning, okay, he's in his mid 50s. Then Bill Moore, Jim Roddy, Paul Caldwell, James Howard, they're in their 70s. Joe Maters is in his 70s. Ain't it time to let the new guard in? The time is now. We have got to get some new young folks in here, guys. I'm talking about how many elderly, and I do not mean no disrespect to none of these old folks. They're all great, wonderful people. Everybody I mentioned has done me right in life. Somewhere along the way, they ain't never done me wrong. None of them. None of them. But I mean, it's just like wrestling. It's just like the New York Yankees. They're looking for the hot new young prospect. And if they don't, well, Mario Rivera, however you say Mario's last name, I forget. He had to retire and he was the cleanup man. Everybody has to get retire eventually, and it's time for Austin to do what he's doing, step up and be the front runner of District 1 and take it from Powell. No offense to you, Uncle Powell, but it's time for my homeboy right here to step up and take over. It's time to get a new magistrate in Everett. We have Bill Moore was a wonderful man, one of the best people you could ever meet in your life. But Bill ain't running again. So we got to get a new magistrate. There you go. Sooner or later, you got to have a pair of shoes. You got to have a new pair. That's a good way to put it. Every person needs a new pair of shoes. And this county's starting to smell like hillbilly crimes, by God. It's starting to smell like when that woman lets a fox. Yeah. So it's time for the new guard to step up. Now, what do you think Austin Miller could do in 20 years of being a politician? And then he could say, well, when I was going on 30 and I become magistrate, I did everything I could do to improve this county. Now I'll go back to my own business or I'll move up to county judge executive. You know what I'm saying? He can come, he can make his statement, he can move on. Or he could stay magistrate for as long as he wanted, like Paul Caldwell. And Austin's going to do good. Go look on his Facebook page. I loved your wife supporting you this morning, coming out swinging like a good wife should for you. She come out swinging like Tyson with that big Facebook poster too this morning. Austin went and fed the horses. And Austin gets up every morning in the winter, and she proved it by pictures with dates and goes and checks the roads all the way down Straight Creek, all the way down Pavel, everywhere down through there, just like a county road employee. But I mean, he's got his own contract, so he has to. So, but Skyburr, you had some serious heart trouble, been offline for a while. I'm glad you're back, Skyburr. We're live on YouTube and TikTok. Yeah, he is. I mean, and Austin will give anybody shout out to an employee, Ty Patrick. I'm proud of Ty. Austin, they give him and Sean give Ty a chance to work, and Ty's been had a hard road as far as just struggling. And I was so proud last week to walk over there and see Ty doing what Ty was doing, and to see young men that's around Austin's age have a chance to make money when a lot of people wouldn't hire certain people for being having a reputation from the past. Them's the best people to get. Shit, us addicts, you catch us straightened up, we're the best ones to get. We're loyal. We're ride with you. And Ty's working hard over there for them. And I appreciate Austin and Sean giving a good friend of mine, Ty, a chance and a job, and giving Ty an honest way to make a living. Ty's a good person. He just needs to be surrounded by good people to make it. And what's Ty done? He just ain't been, ever since he's got out and done right, he's been flying right for well over a year now. Flying right for over a year and having a job. And that's my dog right there. What's up, Hunter Clem? But it's going on 11, which is still early. But my woman's got to get up early. I do too. I might be back shortly. I might not. I really don't even want to get off here. It just ain't really popping tonight. So, but in the morning at 10, remember, I will schedule it when I kill these streams. At 10, I will be back in the morning. I'll be back before 10 for the physical court meeting for the county. So it is Crack 40 TV, y'all. I'm out for now.